Watching Good Day Austin on Fox 7.
I'm here this morning with Dr. Brent Bellinger. He is Environmental Scientist Senior with the City of Austin Watershed Protection Department. Brent, talk about what happened last year on Lady Bird Lake. There was a blue-green algae bloom on the lake that did some harm. Talk about that.
Yes. Well, thanks for having me, Casey. It's great to revisit this, to get the word out, the message out about what happened last year, and to let people know, kind of take precautions for this year. So what we had happen in 2019 at the end of July, and kind of persisting through the summer and into the fall, is what's known as a harmful algal bloom. As you mentioned, it was this excessive growth of cyanobacteria. And what was kind of unique with that occurrence last year was that they produced a suite of toxins that unfortunately led to the death of a number of dogs in the area. We had 2 labs corroborate the presence of a neurotoxin in the mats. And that persisted for a couple of months until we had a change in flow velocities, discharge rates through Lady Bird, a drop in temperatures late in the fall.
The city tweeted out this week that we're getting into a point where we need to start looking at it again. What are y'all doing?
This year, the city has been monitoring our reservoirs for a number of years. We're continuing those efforts so we can look at if there's any system-wide changes that are occurring that are, kind of contributing to this type of event. And specific to this year, in response to that bloom, we're increasing our monitoring efforts. So we're sampling additional sites, and we're increasing our frequency of sampling to try to get a better handle on what the ecosystem is looking like, the water quality, flow rates that can feed and fuel a harmful algae bloom, so that we can try to stay ahead of it this year.
So folks who might be going out to Lady Bird with their dogs, what do they need to keep in mind?
Just be aware that the risk is always out there. As of right now, the conditions are not quite favorable for the bloom. Was out sampling this week, and the water was still clear. The water was still looking good. There's decent flows that are moving through the reservoir, but you never know. You get back into a backwater, a stagnant area, and things could be different. If people start to see algae, if they start to see anything, discoloration, anything that looks a little off, keep the dogs out of the water. Be sure you're constantly cleaning them, and really just really be aware of your surroundings and take every precaution possible. These neurotoxins can affect them very, very quickly. So if there's any odd changes, behavior, how the dog's walking, salivating, etc., we have a good list on our website of potential symptoms to look for. Get them right to the vet, call 311 and report it, so we know the location and what's going on.
Dr. Bellinger with the City of Austin, thank you so much, sir.
You got it, Casey. I hope you have a good day.